If you're thinking about relocating to Baldwin County, Alabama, more specifically Spanish Fort, Daphne, or Fairhope, I'm about to show you everything you need before you move down. My name is Michael Maxie. I'm a local real estate agent. I've lived on the Eastern Shore for over 25 years, and I'm gonna give you a local's perspective of what it's like to live on the Eastern Shore. I'm gonna show you where the locals eat. I'm gonna show you all the neighborhoods. I'm gonna show you how much it actually costs to live here and what the lifestyle is actually like. And if you're moving here from work, then I'll break down the commute times, neighborhoods that fit your lifestyle, and price. And I've also put together a relocation guide that covers everything that we're going over in this video today. I'm gonna put it in the description below for you to refer back to. All right, let's get into it. All right, so before we get into neighborhoods and costs, I wanna give you an idea of what it's like to actually live here. And I've summed it up in 6 words: scenic, familiar, hometown, community, coastal, and local. That's the vibe. People here are community involved, they're active, they love their youth sports, get-togethers are huge, and everybody's out eating at the local spots. All you gotta do is show up and you'll know everybody in town soon. Now across the bay in Mobile, it's a little more fragmented. Each zip code just kind of feels different. Over here, it just feels more connected. Weekends here for me are pretty simple. You can normally catch me out on the bay fishing or just having a boat ride, at one of my son's games on the weekends, maybe at a local event or enjoying a nice restaurant that we have down here. It's really a different vibe. It's more steady, it's more community involved. So if you're looking for that big city energy, this really isn't the spot. All right, now that you know what the vibe is like here, let me show you the 3 main areas that make up the Eastern Shore. First up, Spanish Fort. This is where a lot of first-time buyers and young families start. Spanish Fort is close to everything. Great schools, tons of new construction, and options at every price point. For starter homes, you're gonna be looking at neighborhoods like Stonebrook, Stonebridge, and Independence. These are all great options to get started in Spanish Fort. If you want the best value, I would start out with neighborhoods like Savannah Woods or Spanish Fort Estates. Spanish Fort Estates is a huge neighborhood and they have no HOAs. So if you don't want the HOA telling you can't park your boat in your driveway, look into Spanish Fort Estates. And then for move-up buyers, I would look at neighborhoods like Rain Plantation, Blakely Forest, and Highland Park. A little more space, a lot more upgrades. Spanish Fort is a great place to start, especially if you're a first-time home buyer or you're on a little bit of a tighter budget. Next up is Daphne, my hometown, where I graduated from Daphne High School back in 2003. Daphne has everything you could want. It's a really sweet spot for most families. Daphne has great schools, established neighborhoods, close to all the restaurants, you're close to the bay. It's really the central part of the Eastern Shore. You've got options at every price point here too. For starter homes, you're looking at Lake Forest, Oldfield, Wingfoot, just to name a few. All great neighborhoods and a really great entry point. The best value for my money, try the Reserve at Daphne, French Settlement, or Sahoy. You're getting a lot of house for your money in these areas. For move-up buyers, try Tiawassee Trace, Avalon, or Diamante. And then for your luxury homes, you've got Timber Creek, the Woodlands at Daphne, or even downtown Daphne if you're looking for that walkable golf cart lifestyle. Daphne's where a lot of families end up because it checks all the boxes. Schools, location, and plenty of options. So right here where we're at is the Daphne Sports Complex, and you should look it up if you're not familiar. This is where we have the biggest travel ball tournaments around. There's over 100 teams that'll sign up for these tournaments, and they'll have them starting March all the way through the end of summer. It's pretty incredible to come up here on a weekend and see how many people are up here and how many people come out and enjoy the city after the games are over. And then there's Fairhope, the crown jewel. Fairhope is what everybody pictures when they think of the Eastern Shore. The downtown area is walkable. People are always out walking around, visiting the shops, visiting the restaurants, walking down to the bay. It is beautiful, but you're paying a premium for that lifestyle and location. If you want an older charm, check out Rock Creek. It's a golf course community, established neighborhood, and it's got more character in the homes. For luxury homes, you're looking at downtown Fairhope, North Hills, or the Waters, to name a few. These are high-end and close to everything. If you're looking for new builds, there's Harvest Green, East and West, Cottonwood Estates, Old Battles Village, and Overland. These are all brand new communities, but they're still close to everything and a great option. Fairhope is where you want to be if you want the lifestyle and you don't mind paying for it. It's worth it if that's what you value. Now that I've shown you around a little bit, let's talk about the cost to consider whenever you're looking to buy in this area. Be on the lookout for these three things: insurance, HOA, and property taxes. If you don't know already, we do get hurricanes down here from time to time, but no worries. Down here in Alabama, because of the coast and the winds that we get and the potential hurricane threat, we have fortified roofs down here. And these fortified roofs can save you hundreds of dollars on your homeowner's insurance. Number two is HOAs. We have a ton of communities down here that have HOAs, but not to worry, they're really not all that expensive, typically between $250 to $500 a year. Just something to look out though, because it does show up on your monthly mortgage payment. And the last thing is property taxes. One of the big factors that bring people down to our area is just how cheap our property taxes are. Because I've had people relocate from other states that say they're paying $8, $9, $10, even $15,000 in property taxes. You're not gonna see property taxes anywhere near that down here. Now that you know where to live and how much it costs, let's talk about some of my local favorites. Coffee place, I'm probably going to Coffee Loft or Soul Caffeine. Breakfast, I'm gonna hit up Maple Street, and honestly, we love our Waffle House down here too. Favorite lunch spot, hands down, is Market by the Bay in Daphne. Favorite bar in the afternoons is definitely McSherry's in downtown Fairhope, and then if I wanna extend the night, I'm gonna head to Tongue and Groove. What's fun for the kids to do is youth sports are really big down here, so there's always something going on in that world. We have a trampoline park, we have a go-kart park, bowling alleys. There's even sailing lessons out in the bay that a lot of kids like to do. So many things for kids to do down here. All right, now let's talk about the jobs down here. If you're relocating here for work and it's in Mobile, what you'll find is most people choose to work in Mobile and live in Baldwin County. And there's a reason for that, several reasons in fact. Number one, way better schools. Number two, way safer. And also it's got more of a community feel. Now your commute's gonna be about 20 to 40 minutes depending on where you live, depending on where you work, but I promise you it's way worth it. Now, let's talk about new construction. Right now, new construction is the biggest opportunity for buyers moving to our area, and here's why. A large part of Baldwin County qualifies for USDA loans, which means zero money down. You're just paying closing costs, and a lot of times a settler will take care of that for you. That makes a huge difference between buying now and waiting another 2 or 3 years. Also, builders like D.R. Horton, DSLD, Miranda offer crazy incentives for buyers right now, including closing costs paid for, bought down interest rates, upgrades. And when you consider the fact that it costs about $1,700 or more just to rent in Baldwin County, it just makes more sense to buy now and build up your equity. All right, so that's Baldwin County, the neighborhoods, the costs, and the lifestyle. If you're seriously considering a move, I put together a free relocation guide with everything I covered today, plus more. Just click the link in the description to download your free guide. Or if you want to talk about your specific situation, and if there's any questions that you have that I didn't answer in this video, my contact information is in the description as well. I'm always happy to help you walk through any questions you have. I'm Michael Maxie, your local Baldwin County agent. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.